This is Zara Sproul, and this is my analysis of Memento. So I did my paper on the relationship of the parts to the whole, and my thesis was Christopher Nolan's Memento uses a theme of imperfect, unreliable memory to unify the film's parts to the whole with elements like characterization, dramatic structure, dialogue, conflict, and title. So the main character is played by Guy Pearce. His name is Lenny Shelby, and his home was invaded by two criminals, and this resulted in the loss of his wife and his memory. One criminal got shot on the scene and died, and the other one got away. So, present time, the last thing he remembers is his wife dying, and his purpose in life is to find that missing criminal that raped and murdered his wife and kill him. He keeps track of all his collected facts using pictures of people and places, and he writes things about them on the back of the pictures to remember. And he tattoos facts of the missing criminal, which he has named John G, on his body to remind him of his purpose, which is to find him and kill him. Christopher Nolan, the director, set up the film in an interesting way. He definitely didn't make it chronological. The film starts and ends with scenes from the middle of the narrative, which I guess would be the climax, and everything before the climax is in black and white, and all the scenes after that are in color. And we are given the scenes alternatively from the black and white scenes representing the past and the color scenes with the present. The color scenes are told backwards, and the black and white scenes are chronological. So, for example, um, the black and white scenes are like 1 to 5. If the film was, if the film was like the scenes were numbered 1 through 10, the black and white scenes were 1 to 5, and the colored scenes would be like 6 to 10, and the film would be ordered like scene 10, then 1, then 9, then 2, and so on, ending at around 5. And that is the middle of the narrative. And um, this makes the audience relate to Lenny because he's struggling with his memory, and we also are kind of confused, and we have as much information that he has, and we have to figure out like where he is, the people he's talking to, and their relevance to the story. Dialogue that we get from the film is either through his interactions and conversations with Teddy, which he's a cop, an undercover cop, Natalie, she's a local bartender, and Bert, which is his motel receptionist. And we also get dialogue from the scenes where Lenny either talks to himself or talks to Lenny on the phone, which majority of the black and white scenes are those scenes with Lenny on the phone. And he discusses his life before the incident and how he copes with his condition now. Um, we also learn through Lenny's, I guess, friends, and we learn um, their honesty towards Lenny, I guess. For example, the motel receptionist, Bert, he's been renting out 2 rooms to Lenny. He claims that business is slow. Natalie, she uses Lenny to get rid of a guy that was after her, by claiming that that guy beat her up, that it was Lenny, he just doesn't remember. Um, and Teddy has been using Lenny and his condition to um, rob and kill local drug dealers. And he would manipulate information to make it seem like that was the John G that Lenny was looking for, the one that killed his wife. Since Lenny's last memory is of his wife, and his wife dying, the attack, and um, John G, that's the only thing on his mind is getting revenge on John G for killing his wife. Teddy, towards the end of the movie, which is again the middle of the narrative, tells Lenny that he had already found John G, that he was the cop assigned to his case, and he gave him all the files, and they found John G and killed him. And Lenny doesn't remember, and that Lenny had took the files and made a puzzle he couldn't solve by getting rid of pages and crossing out facts so he could manipulate the file to any John G he could find. And um, the audience can't choose who to believe since Teddy is a known liar, and because Lenny can't properly remember really anything. So the title, memento, like the noun, is an item that represents a time or place or person, something nostalgic that holds meaning and memory. And Lenny keeps a lot of his wife's things, and in a scene, he burns them and says that he can't remember to forget her. Thanks for watching.